It's transfer deadline day. Now, I promised you guys a live stream today. Now, I couldn't get it set up in time. It wouldn't work. So instead, to make it up for you guys, I'm going to be doing a double upload day, okay, of transfers on transfer deadline day. This is huge. I haven't done anything like this in years on my channel. A double upload in RossiHD. I never thought I would see the day, but transfers are special. And this day is special because, you know, after this, there might not be any more transfer episodes. So, you know, we've got to make it count. But if you guys want to see a second episode of transfer deadline day transfers in a few hours, that's right, in a few hours, drop a thumbs up and like down below, and as soon as this video hits 5,000 likes, I will upload the next transfer deadline episode. It's coming at 5k. So it's time to get into some players. We've got some confirmed, some rumours, some are waiting to happen, and one that's even called off at this point because you know what, the club wants too much money. It's a lot of interesting stuff going on today. It is complete fire. We've got an 89 rated player in this episode, but the first one we're going to take a look at today is Wilfred Bonny, who's now gone to Stoke on loan. This is a fantastic move for Bonny because you know he needs game time, and I tell you what, it's a fantastic move for Stoke. The 81 rated striker has now completed his medical. It is now confirmed, done deal. Okay, so Man City fans, no more Bonny for you this season. You still technically own him, but you know he has gone to Stoke. Stoke fans, you've got to be happy about this. This guy will guarantee you get you double figures goals this season if you just give him the game time. You know it's going to happen. Peter Crouch, what do you feel about this guy? Because you know what, he's probably going to take this spot in the team. You know, you're going to lose it. Really good, powerful striker on his day. Just, you know, didn't quite work out. Did really well at Swansea, went to Man City. Just hasn't had enough game time. Hasn't been given enough of a chance. And I tell you what, now he's gone to Stoke. It's time to prove it this season. A striker confirmed. It's time to move on to a different position. Another confirmed one, which was actually confirmed yesterday, so not quite transfer deadline day, but it's still pretty hot news. We have Mustafi, which you all know about. You all know about this guy. It's been lingering on for weeks now, but Arsenal have finally done the deal. Mustafi's finally an Arsenal footballer. So, Arsenal fans, is he that centre-back you've been screaming about? Is he one you've been crying for ages? Because I know he's going to be a good player for you guys. He's just a very, very good all-round centre-back. Arsenal have also completed the signing of Lucas Perez as well, which I won't include in this episode because we've got loads of players to look at, and he probably won't even feature in the next episode later on today because, you know, like I said, just loads of players going on. Apparently, you know, Arsenal have signed Mustafi for more than £35 million. Now, that is quite a lot of money, but he is 24 years of age. He's got a long future, long career ahead of him, and I think he's going to do really, really well at I nearly said Mertesacker then because I just seen the German Arsenal badge and I've just got a bit confused, but he's going to do very well at Arsenal. We know this. Arsenal are going to be very busy this transfer window. We've got lots of players leaving, and we've got lots of players, you know, not actually going, actually. We don't have lots of players. We've got two that have signed for him. But the Mustafi one is huge because, like I say, Arsenal fans have been really wanting this for a few weeks now. Everyone's been wanting a striker. They've got Lucas Perez. Now, I know it's not what a lot of Arsenal fans really wanted, but, you know, give the guy a chance. You never know what he can produce. We've got another player who's left Manchester City coming up next. Another one that's gone out on loan. Man City haven't actually sold him. That's another one that's gone out on loan. And he goes by the name of Samir Nasri. He's joined Seville on loan. So Nasri, 29 years of age. He's had a few injury problems recently. He's been out of favour at Man City. You know, he hasn't quite made it into the team when he has been fit. So he's actually gone out on loan now. City have decided to keep him. Not too sure why. Because, like I say, he's nearly 30 years of age. You know, is he actually going to come back from a loan spell to Seville and get back into the City team with Pep Guardiola? I mean, we don't know this, okay? But I just doubt it. This is coming from Seville's Director of Football Direct, okay? We are negotiating with the player and City are trying to close the deal. If we get Nasri, we'll have the player we've wanted from the start. So basically, they've wanted Nasri from the start, but they decided to leave it to the day before, you know. I mean, why? Apparently, Man City were willing to sell Nasri this summer, but, you know, apparently also there isn't a deal at the end of the loan that they can buy him on a permanent. So I don't really know. Mixed feedback coming back. Seville are offering to pay 65% of Nasri's wages for the duration of the deal, so City still got to pay for the rest of his wages. But listen to this. Nasri had been training separately from Man City squad after returning from his holiday overweight, and it appears that he has failed to impress manager Pep Guardiola enough to be part of his plans for the season ahead. To come back from holiday and a bit of a tummy where he's been noshing back them pizzas, and I tell you what, he can't get back into the team. So he's gone out on loan, and I don't know if he'll ever have a future Man City again. I know it's a loan deal, but you know, I don't know. It will actually happen. He's nearly 30 years of age. Alright, next up, lads, we've got a big transfer. One that's been lingering on for the whole of the transfer window, but I tell you what, it's really, really, really crazy because let me tell you one thing. Sissoko interested in going to Tottenham. Now, I've rumoured in the past that he could be going to Real Madrid, believe it or not. Apparently, this guy could have been going to Real Madrid, but Tottenham have come in for him now. They are arguing about the price of the player, so the deal hasn't been done yet. Tottenham are not willing to pay the £30 million valuation on Sissoko. Now, apparently, Tottenham have offered a close to £16 million for him, but Newcastle want nearly double. So, I mean, they are miles apart. The two clubs are miles apart what they think the player's worth. Sissoko, 27, has been given permission from France to leave the national squad so he could undergo a medical, whatever club he was going to go to. Now, it looks like he'll be Tottenham, but the two clubs are miles apart. Everton, Crystal Palace and West Brom have also shown interest in Sissoko, but, you know, obviously he wants Champions League football. He wants to go to Tottenham. And according to this as well, like I just said to you a minute ago, Real Madrid and Juventus also showed interest earlier in the summer, but that has now faded away. It looks like Tottenham could be the only option if they can agree a fee. But that's the big question today. Can the two clubs agree a fee? They're miles apart, and I just can't see it happening, you know, ASAP. I mean, I don't think Tottenham are going to go to 30 million. You know, will they meet in the middle? Will they go to like 25 million, 23, 24 million? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We've got a few hours yet, and I tell you what, I might cover it in the next transfer episode. Last but not least, we have another footballer now looking to go back to an old club, and it's one that I really did not expect to see this transfer window or like ever, to be honest. David Luiz back to Chelsea. Now, I didn't ever think I would see this in my life again. Now, he left Chelsea, as you guys are aware, for like one of the most expensive centre-backs in the world, £50 million or something crazy. But now it's been confirmed that Chelsea have made a £30 million bid for David Luiz. So obviously PSG will lose a bit of money on him, so they'll lose like £20 million, but they want him back. Okay, they want him back, Chelsea do. But exactly like the Tottenham and like the Newcastle situation for Sissoko, the two clubs are miles apart with the fee. Now, Chelsea want to pay £30 million for him, but PSG want even more than that. Chelsea have made a bid of £30 million to bring the Brazilian defender back to Stamford Bridge, but PSG, who bought the, obviously, guy for £50 million, as you guys are aware, do not want to make a £20 million loss on the player. The 29-year-old Brazilian left Stamford Bridge for France 2 years ago for what remains a world record fee for a defender. So that's right, David Luiz, world record fee holder for a defender. Could he go back to the club that sold him for that world record fee? I mean, has that ever been heard of before? It's like Ronaldo going back to Manchester United, or Bale going back to Tottenham, or Pogba going back to Juventus. You know, would that ever happen? Anything like that in football? Well, according to this, you know, it could be. So it looks like Chelsea have lost out on the chance of another centre-back, so they've turned their attention to David Luiz to return to Stamford Bridge. I can't see this happening, really. I mean, PSG don't want to make £20 million loss. Chelsea want him, but, you know, their clubs are miles apart. It's exactly like the Tottenham and Newcastle situation. If you guys want to see that transfer episode on my channel later on, make sure to drop a thumbs up and like down below. 5,000 likes, and I'll tell you what, it's coming as soon as we do it. Lads, see you later. Take it easy. Peace.